Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name's Janelle and I make both faith-based and lifestyle content here on YouTube. In today's video, I'm going to go over 12 ways that I can help you live below your means, cut costs, save money. I have a video on 10 ways that you can cut your costs, and I just watched that back before filming this to make sure that I don't repeat anything really and that I'm giving you fresh new ideas, but I still do everything in that video, so I'll have that linked below. I will do a really quick background so we can jump into it, but one of the areas in my life that I brought to the Lord was my finances. I was tired of being stingy with my money, holding on to my money, and of course, I'm still not perfect in this area, nor will I ever be. But one of the things that the Lord showed me is how important and freeing it actually is to live below your means. And I understand that having an option to live a very simple life or to throw a bunch of money away is a blessing. I understand that some people have to live a very simple life. But I see it as kind of a challenge because now I need to intentionally live with less and think about what is truly important in my life and where am I getting my gratification from, what am I idolizing, etc. And on top of all of this, I have a chunk of student debt to pay, which I've been talking about for a very long time, and although it's not a huge amount of debt, I put a pause on it for the first half of this year in order to pay for my last semester. So I have not touched my loans in quite a few months. I've now paid for my last semester, I am enrolled in my last semester, so my focus is going back to paying off this debt. I do thank God in all of this because I don't think I would even be aware or my eyes would be open to all of this truth and all of these areas to where I was spending money that was so unnecessary. And also being able to share this with you, I do think all of this comes to the Lord and I owe it all to the Lord. So just want to put that out there. Today I'm going to go over 12 different ways that we can save money, live below your means if you're trying to reach a financial goal or you are just struggling to pay the bills, struggling to keep up with your lifestyle. There might be areas where you can cut back, downsize a little bit, and we'll go into that starting with number one. Here's the big thing, and I want to talk to all of my younger viewers. You know what? Actually, any age, really. This obsession in today's day with aesthetic. Everything now is an aesthetic or a core. Although, I think it's really cool and beautiful for us all to have our own unique styles. You know, some of us want to have a more modern home, a more farmhousey home, a more mid-century modern home. We gravitate to different styles and that makes us unique, and I think that's beautiful. However, there is a huge section of social media that is very much dedicated to different aesthetics. Like, I want to have this picture-perfect cottagecore home, so now I need to remove everything that I currently have and replace it with this new aesthetic that I love, and then this aesthetic's gonna die down, then I'm going to have to completely redo my room again, or my kitchen, or my living room, whatever it is. I was doing that. My room went from gray and purple to then pink and green to now it's like neutral and green and white, and every piece of decor had to match the aesthetic of my room, and I'm just letting go of that. You know, even my towels had to be neutral. Everything had to be an aesthetic because I wanted my house to be a calming place. I wanted it to be perfect. But as soon as we can let go of the obsession with aesthetic and start focusing on what we actually need, what are our basic necessities, can we get something at a way better cost, but hey, maybe it's not our ideal style. I still want things to look nice, but I'm not going to replace everything I own and spend a bunch of money just to fit into my new style or what I like. Does that make sense? I wanted to start with that because that's going to apply to some of these other things that, hey, you don't need to get, and find your perfect item and pay whatever it is for it, because there's other ways to get things if you just let go of that. Moving on to number two, renting things. I really started thinking about this, and you might think I'm crazy, but we rent a lot of things nowadays. We rent music on Spotify, we rent television and movies and stuff on Netflix, Hulu, etc. We rent gym memberships, we rent our exercise. We are paying somebody to exercise. And that's the one I want to touch on because I was a gym member for years and years and years. And if you love the gym, it's your hobby, you enjoy pushing weight, feeling strong, then don't do this. But for me, my desire and obsession with the gym really faded over the last year. I realized there's other ways for me to get exercise in. I can go for walks with my fiance. I have weights at home. I also started to think if I really feel like I need more than what I have, I can create a budget and buy little things. For example, if my gym membership is $30 a month, I cancel that membership and then I buy maybe a set of weights that month that's, $15, $20. Then the next month I buy a fitness mat. Then the next month I buy, things that are about the same cost as my gym membership. But now I'm actually owning the stuff that I'm using rather than one day canceling that membership and I don't own anything. Slowly building my own little fitness area at home. And yes, I have a tiny space, like my weights are under my nightstand. So it's not a matter of I don't have space for these things. Starting small. Again, this is going to be personal. If you love the gym and you love the machines, as I did, so I understand that, then this isn't going to work. But for me, I think I can do what I have to do by working outside in our yard. That gives me plenty of sweat and exercise, walking around our neighborhood, lifting weights at home, doing fitness videos at home. Number 3, this is something I learned about recently. It is a buy nothing group. I have deleted most of my social media, Instagram, Snapchat, I don't have TikTok, etc. But I do have Facebook. I use it for marketplace, and now there are buy nothing groups. And if you haven't heard of this, there's one in pretty much every town. So if you go on Facebook and type buy nothing and then your city or your town, you should be able to find one. You do have to request to join just so that they know that you live there, that you're not going to sell anything. But what it is people literally take pictures of things that they don't want and they give it to you for free. Instead of posting it on marketplace and trying to sell it, I mean, if you really want to get rid of something fast, they're like, hey, take this. I've seen things from like outdoor equipment, like lawnmower type stuff, to hair products, to furniture, so many types of things. I haven't bought anything from it yet or listed anything because I just kind of found out about this and just joined mine, I think last month. But that is a great way. My coworker has a pair of heels that she got from a buy nothing group. So that is so cool. Like, it's so nice to see people passing things down that they no longer use, because as we know, one man's trash is another man's treasure. Along the lines of free things, number 4 is utilizing free things. There's 2 things I think of here. One, I'm going to show you what we just picked up for free this week. We have somebody in our neighborhood that, this is the second time I've picked something up from his house actually. He will put furniture just at the front of his yard if he no longer wants it, and anybody can just drive by and pick it up. And this time we got a 6-drawer dresser from IKEA that we are using in our 3rd bedroom, and completely free. This goes back to let go of aesthetic. I mean, yes, it's a very simple IKEA dresser, but what if it wasn't? What if it looked like something else? You get a free functional dresser that you don't have to build, it doesn't come in all this packaging. You literally have it ready and you can just take it right home and put it right in your space, clean it obviously, and get that for free, even if it doesn't perfectly fit your aesthetic. Or are you going to find the perfect dresser that you really want and spend money on it? This is all dependent on you and who you are and what is important to you, but these are things that I did previously that now I've kind of shifted gears. So that was one. And then we had a night table that actually this house came furnished, and little by little we've been able to replace things, but one thing that it came with was a night table that no one was using. It was just sitting in that room, and now I have that night table, and I was able to get rid of my janky $30 Hobby Lobby little piece of board on metal sticks and have an actual night table, wood with 2 drawers, and I think it's so much cozier and warmer, and I got that for free, and I got that dresser for free. So these things are possible. You don't have to know someone, because we didn't even know these people. So it's very much possible. On the other side of free, start accepting hand-me-downs. My grandmother loves to hand things down to us. All my life I'm like, no, that's not my style. No, that's not my style. No, I don't want it. And I'm not forcing you to have a home that's not your own, right? If you really don't want to accept things and you want to go and buy something that makes you happy, that suits your style, I'm going to say this for everyone, like, it's really dependent on what is important to you. There are certain things that I probably should have accepted. Kitchen things, Chinaware, those kind of things she's tried to pass down to me, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna buy this cute set from Target that is super cheap, that is not going to last me as long, and I'm going to have to replace again. When you have older generations in your family that are offering to hand things down, I think that's really cool. First of all, older things are typically made with better quality. It is free, it is functional, and honestly can save you so much money to not have to buy those like home things if somebody is literally offering it to you. Number 5 is take advantage of gas station rewards. I am not a rewards person, like signing up for this person's rewards and this company's rewards and getting a bunch of emails and having a bunch of apps on my phone. That's not really my thing, but there are 2 that I can really recommend. And we're starting with gas stations because you need to get gas. If you have a car, you're getting gas. So I suggest picking a gas station that is close to you and being loyal to that gas station, because you will get cents off a gallon. And if you get points, you also get things off in the store, which is food. We need food, we need drinks, and we need gas. So I think signing up for a gas station rewards thing is wonderful. I'm with 7-Eleven because that's what was in my neighborhood at the time that I signed up. I know Circle K has a really, really good loyalty program, so you can get, 3 cents off a gallon, 5 cents off a gallon, 10 cents off a gallon. They'll give you free sodas. Like, there's just a lot of perks to signing up. It's free. Just, put your phone number in there. As somebody who does not like to sign up for all these loyalty things, I'm telling you, it is worth it and it will save you. So number 6, going along the same lines, another app, another loyalty program that I am a part of is CVS. I know CVS is expensive, so you need to use this wisely. For example, when you get a bunch of coupons saying $2 off your favorite tub of toothpaste, but that same tub of toothpaste is $4 cheaper at Walmart or Target, don't use that coupon and don't get that toothpaste from CVS because you're not really saving anything if they jack up their prices and give you $2 off, right? So you gotta be strategic. So CVS will regularly give you $3 or $4 off your purchase, and they let you stack as many coupons as possible. So sometimes they'll also give you 30% off, and then you'll also get cash back every time you make a purchase. So I combine those 3 and get an amazing deal. For example, I had the $4 off. I think I had like 8 cents. And so I got a 9-pack of toilet paper, and I brought that cost down from like $9 to $4 for a 9-pack toilet paper, which I thought was incredible. I didn't even know that because I bought the CVS brand toilet paper, they were going to give me an additional $4 for purchasing that. Then I got cash back on that. So then I went back to CVS, bought pads, CVS brand. It was a 38-pack of pads, and with those coupons, they came out to $1.68. Then with that purchase, I got cash back, got another $4, and then I had $4.03. I got a sparkling water and a pack of cheese Ritz crackers, and that came out to $4.03. I walked out of there spending nothing on that trip. So now I wait for another $4 coupon, and when I get it, I'm gonna get something that's about $4 or $5 and spend $1. I don't really use the whatever dollars off this or whatever dollars off that, but I always use my cash back, the $4 off that they pretty much give you a couple times a month, and if they give you something percent off of your purchase. And I have walked out of CVS not spending anything quite a few times. It almost feels wrong, but if they're letting you stack coupons, then it's not wrong. Number 7, keep your jars and containers. I try to stay away from plastic as much as I can. I know that that actually makes things more expensive, so a lot of times I am getting plastic. But when I do get things in a glass jar, I keep that glass jar. If I get marinara sauce in a glass jar, I'm going to keep it and use it for seeds, for beans, for nuts, etc. We also get like this glass jar of like olive muffalata from Costco. You keep that jar. We have an applesauce glass jar that I put red kidney beans in. So this again goes back to aesthetic over function. No, I did not go to Amazon and buy a pack of 1 million glass jars and all these little cute labels, but I have all these jars that are glass that were essentially free because I paid for the food in it, not for the jar, right? So I have the jar anyway. I might as well use it and not have to then buy a whole set of jars. Same with spices. Aldi has organic spices in glass jars for less than $2.50. I have a bunch of those now. Yeah, I can go on Amazon and buy a bunch of little glass spice containers and put cute little labels on them. And yeah, that would be beautiful. But this is saving me so much more money, and I just like that they're glass, and they actually make me happy because I am accumulating it over time. I'm building the collection. I'm not just buying a set from Amazon, putting it together, and then never looking at it again. I think it's actually fun to accumulate over time, get great deals, and then build something for a fraction of the price. All right, number 8 is Instacart, but not in the way that you would think of using Instacart. So yes, if they're doing free delivery or free whatever, I will take advantage of it because it saves me on gas, and sometimes the fees and the tip only comes out to really like $3 or $4, and to me that is worth it if I'm shopping at Aldi. But other times I just use it to put things in my cart and see how much I'm gonna spend when I go to the store. There's a lot of times where there's multiples of things throughout a supermarket and they range in price. So sometimes there'll be like organic black beans in the canned goods aisle, but then in the international aisle you'll see like Goya beans and they'll be cheaper. If you go on Instacart and you're looking for beans, you type that in and you can sort by price, and then you put all the cheapest ones in your cart. You know exactly how much you're going to spend when you go to the grocery store. It helps you not sway and start adding little things because you know what your budget is, you know what you put into that app, into your cart, and when you get there, those are the only things you buy. You know exactly what you're going to spend and you don't spend anymore. So that has been very helpful to me. Number 9 is going to the library. Books at the library are free. I feel like people have forgotten about libraries. People are really getting back into reading. I see this on social media. This younger generation is reading a lot. I honestly love some of these trends. Pickleball, reading, like anything that's getting you off of a screen and helping you learn or move your body, I think is wonderful. But we do need to remember we don't have to get everything from the bookstore. There are so many books at the library. I have 2 cookbooks at home and I went to one library and they were both there. I was like, seriously? I could have got these at the library. I've used them a few times and I'm not even using them anymore. You can save a ton. I got a gardening book, a preserving food book, another cookbook, and they were all free. Number 10 is thrifting. I talk about thrifting. As you know, I do resell clothes. They're right back there. But thrifting doesn't only have to be for clothing. I got a really cute set of bowls at the thrift store and it was a 7-pack of ceramic bowls that were handmade, one of a kind, like her initials are on the bottom of it, and I got that for $10. And I thought that was a great deal because my Crate and Barrel bowls were like $11 a piece. And yes, they're bigger, but I mean, I feel like I got the same quality for a much better price. So you can get a ton of kitchen things at the thrift store. If something of yours breaks, go see if it's at the thrift store. There's like so many things at the thrift store. My fiance got a beach chair. This to me is still hilarious. The brand is called Telescope Casual. He looked it up. They're like $250 beach chairs and he got it for $7. I think they're ugly, but again, I guess we're not worried about aesthetic. That's just crazy. I mean, he'd been looking for a beach chair for a while. Don't get things you don't need, but we were looking at beach chairs because we do like to go to the beach a lot and we're always like laying down on a beach blanket, and having a chair to him was just more comfortable. You can read and stuff, so it is something he was looking for. So he thought, okay, let me check the thrift store, and what do you know? An amazing brand, amazing quality for $7. So utilize your thrift stores and you can get some great things. Another thing, I've been getting a lot of my clothes on Whatnot. If you have the time to sit and watch a live show, sometimes I do it while I'm working from home. I got a lot of Madewell and J. Crew clothes for less than $10 each because I got them on auction on Whatnot. Now you cannot return or exchange on Whatnot, but I mean, I was watching the live, I saw that they were new with tags. For the price that I got them for, if they didn't work out, I can list them on Poshmark and get what I paid or more. I knew that for sure. So a lot of my clothes I've been getting on Whatnot, and it has been really good. Even with shipping, it still came out to be about the same price as a thrift store. Okay, I have 2 more and then I need to get on a client call, so I gotta speed this up. Next thing is value over price. This might be obvious to some, but my fiance really had to teach me this. When you go to the grocery store, for example, don't always just seek the lowest price. Look for the best value. Maybe paying double the price for 4 times the amount of product is worth it. You know, if you have the money that week, right? Like obviously if you are on like a weekly tight budget, then yes, you may have to go with the cheapest option, but sometimes it's not the best value because you have to keep purchasing that cheaper option more frequently because there's not a lot of product. Under the price, it'll usually tell you the cents per ounce or the cents per pound, and that is what you want to pay attention to when searching for a good deal for your money. That one was simple, but I just thought I should throw it in there because I didn't really think about that until my mid-20s, so I'm sure maybe there's somebody else out there like me. The last one is interesting. I am in a place in my life where I'm questioning why we do what we do and why we use what we use, why we buy what we buy. That's something I urge you to do, right? When you're purchasing something, think about why you're buying it. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, I'm going to give you 3 examples. Number 1, dryer sheets, fabric softener. People say now that those things are not really needed. They're actually worse for you. These companies are going to come out with more and more things to make you feel like you need more and more things. Look at the beauty industry. Hey, you have an acne cream, you have a essence that provides moisture to your skin, you have moisturizer, cleanser, serum, ampoules. There's so many different things, sunscreen of course, eye creams, that really we just need the basics. I was a skincare fanatic. I had all of those things, and now I stick to a cleanser, a moisturizer, a sunscreen, and sometimes I'll put a serum on. That's it. So think about all those little extra things and like, do you really need them? Do they really work? Does hair growth serum actually make your hair grow? Those kind of questions. Speaking of hair, my latest one is conditioner. I don't know how much I should talk about this because I think I'll get roasted, but I've always had very frizzy hair. Conditioner is obviously supposed to nourish your hair and provide moisture. So for like 20 years, I've been using conditioner thinking that my hair needs that. But then I heard just one person say that conditioner weighs their hair down. It makes it very like ratty. It makes them lose a lot of hair, and I like didn't believe any of this stuff at all. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna try it. So this time I did not use conditioner. I'm only on one wash so far of doing this, so I might come back and say that was the worst thing I ever did. My hair was brittle, it was breaking, etc. But I've just done one wash and it feels so much lighter. Like I can run my fingers through it. It feels softer. It has more of a natural shine, which is what I also read. Conditioner is giving you an artificial shine from silicones, but your hair should have a natural shine. And I did start to see that. My friend, my fiance both confirmed it, that it does look a little bit better. So I'm gonna keep trying it for a few months before I make a decision. But that's another thing. I'm like, well, why am I adding all these chemicals and conditioner to my hair? Is it needed? Maybe it is. But right now I'm exploring that. And then another thing, I see a lot of people that don't use paper towels. They use rags, they use old clothes and cut them up. That's another thing. Why are we buying paper towels? Do we need them? Maybe we need them for, grosser things like picking up dog poop or something. But maybe use cloths when you're just cleaning simple things and keep reusing those cloths. Next time you're buying paper towels, it's like, well, do I actually need this or is it just a convenience? I hope that helps. Those were my 12 tips for today. If you have any other things to add, leave them in the comments below. I love learning about different ways to live below your means, live more frugally, live simpler. If you have any video recommendations for me, please let me know. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you next time with another video. Bye.